What we want to make clear is that we will also not be invited into tribal discussions. The city of Kisumu is a cosmopolitan city. Nobody has said that there was no one tribe attacking Ososi. No. These are goons. These are goons who are paid by somebody who is known. We want to say thank you to the people of Kisumu. We love you, and you know we love you, and we also know that you love us. And as we have said, we will come to Kisumu because, you know, even at the height of the political rivalry in this country, even at the height of the political rivalry between Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga and William Ruto used to be allowed to go to Kondele and address the crowd because the people of Kisumu are civilized people. They are very civilized people. We want a contest of ideas. We want a contest of ideas. We don't want a contest of goons.
The Linda Mwananchi faction has confirmed it will proceed with the planned political rally in Kisumu after an earlier event in Nakuru on April 19th, despite heightened tension following the recent attack on Godfrey Ososi. The announcement comes at a time when political activity in parts of Western Kenya and Nyanza region is under close watch. Leaders within the Linda Mwananchi movement say their plans remains unchanged, and they insist that the recent violence will not disrupt their mobilization efforts across the country. At the center of the development is the Vihiga Senator Godfrey Ososi. He was injured earlier this week in Kisumu, and the incident happened on 8th April during what he described a routine visit. Ososi has since been discharged from hospital. He spoke publicly on April 11th, outlining his account on what happened and raising concerns about security in the region. According to his narration, the attack took place at a commercial complex in Kisumu. He had gone there for a haircut. At first, he encountered a group of young people who appeared friendly, and moments later, the situation changed. The group turned violent, and Ososi says he was physically assaulted. He sustained injuries during the attack, and at some point he lost consciousness. He was later rescued by his security team, and following the incident he was taken to Aga Khan Hospital, Kisumu for initial treatment. Due to the nature of his injuries, he was later airlifted to Nairobi for further medical care, and his condition has since improved. But the incident has raised serious questions about personal safety, questions about political tolerance, and questions about the role of security agencies. In his remarks after discharge, Ososi linked the attack to broader political dynamics. He accused the senior government official of accusing security structures for political purposes. He also raised concerns about what he described as raising insecurity in parts of the Western Kenya and Nyanza. According to him, these concerns had been raised before, and he indicated that he had brought up the issue in the Senate, and he claimed that the little or no action had been taken. The Senate also rejected claims that the attack was rooted in ethnic tension. He maintained that Kisumu remains open to all. He emphasized that he continues to operate freely in the region. For him, the incident does not reflect a wider community conflict. Instead, he described it as an isolated act that should not be used to divide communities, and at the same time, he reaffirmed his political commitment. He stated that Kisumu remains central to his work, and he made it clear that he will not continue engaging with the residents there. His position has been echoed by other leaders within the Linda Mwananchi movement, among them Edwin Sifuna, the senator for Nairobi, and Sifuna confirmed that the movement's political program will continue as planned. He reiterated that the Kisumu rally will take place after the Nakuru event. Also speaking on the matter was Babu Wino, the Member of Parliament for Embakasi East. He expressed a similar position. He emphasized that the group will not be deterred from pressure or threats. Together, these statements signal a coordinated stance within the movement, a stance that prioritizes continuity and one that reflects a broader political strategy ahead of the future contest. The planned rally in Kisumu is expected to draw significant attention. It comes shortly after the Nakuru gathering scheduled for the April 19th. and it takes place against the backdrop of increasing political activity across the country. The timing is also notable, and Kenya is gradually entering a period of heightened political engagement, with the 2027 general election still some distance away. Early alignments and also messaging are already taking shape. In this context, public rallies have become key platforms. They allow leaders to connect with the supporters, to communicate their agenda, and to build momentum. However, the events of April 8 have added a layer of concern, and the attack on Osi has brought focus to the safety of political leaders and their supporters. It has also raised questions about how such events are managed, particularly in areas where political competition is intense. For residents of Kisumu, the developments carry both political and social implications. On one hand, there is anticipation. A major political rally often brings attention to a region. It can also energize local supporters. On the other hand, there is caution, and recent events have shown how quickly situations can change and how gatherings can shift from calm to chaotic, and how ordinary people can be affected. And for business owners, the concern is practical. Rallies can disrupt normal operations, and they can affect movement within the city, and they can also influence customer flow. For transport operators, the impact is immediate, and road closures or heavy police presence can lead to delays. And for families, the concern is safety, particularly in crowded areas. These are the realities that often accompany large political events, and they form part of the broader picture. Back at the national level, the incident and the planned rally are likely to remain in focus. They touch on key issues, and that is security, political freedom, and public order. They also highlight the need for coordination between political actors and law enforcement, ensuring that events proceed peacefully in a shared responsibility. And as of now, there is no official confirmation of additional security measures for upcoming rally, but given recent developments, expectations are high that lessons will be drawn and that precautions will be taken. And for Osi, the message remains consistent. He intends to continue with the political work despite the risks, despite the recent attack, and despite the tension. For the Linda Mwananchi movement, the path forward is clear. Proceed with the planned events, engage with the supporters, and maintain their presence on the political stage. As the country watches, Kisumu now becomes more than just a location. It becomes a test of how political activity is conducted, a test on how security is managed, and a test of how leaders respond to challenges on the ground. And in the days ahead, all eyes will be on Kisumu, not just for the rally, but for what it reveals about the state of politics, security, and public trust. That is all for Kenya, or rather from Kenya Lens Media, at least for now. Kindly, if you are new here, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing our content as a way of motivating us, so that we can be bringing you such contents from Kenya and beyond, and also by helping us build this platform. Hit the notification bell as a way of being the first person getting these uploads and these new contents by receiving notifications each and every time we bring in a new content.